Welcome back, 5 aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 aces here. Welcome back to RHL, the season, the channel, the cast. This is going to be one between a player who has been overperforming, given that he has been holding the Masters title for 2 seasons and should be dropping off like a rock, but he's refusing to do so. It is Mr. G to the O to the A to the T. And his opponent is the elusive, and somewhat underperforming Bain, who has always held a top seed in the previous seasons, but he has kind of fallen off, weirdly enough. So definitely not the worst track record, but has been way more impressive in the previous seasons. So probably just a lack of practice here as well from him. With his biggest foe happy having dropped out of the league already. Yeah, some of the old names, some of the old guard from last year have dropped out voluntarily, and especially it would have been interesting to have Ganon on here as well, because he's also really interesting player in terms of his playstyle, and he kind of just refused to play. So really wide concave. Opening up here is Bain with a really big safety net for his engineer. Goat has went for an attack dog, which I like. So he's definitely making extra sure that his engineer can do push-ups in peace. And routing him north already. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, Goat went for a double engineer, and one of them is gonna die by the hands of this random straggler. That is super nice. That is a good early game thus far from Bain. Gets his Derek's unopposed. Goat invests into 2 engineers and doesn't get much from it. So now let's see how this engagement is gonna play out. Ooh, the white front could bite Bain a bit in the ass here. Medics don't enhance your line of sight, so not advisable. The dog is so crucial, a linchpin to the army here. And he's got a timing window still. Yeah, still like 20 seconds until the Ranger comes online. Oh no, he's going at Bain? Are you okay? That was so no. Don't send your rockets in like this. Jeez Louise. Oh, that dog was so close to getting a munch off. Man, that went so wrong. That was honestly impatient. Look at the discrepancy, like 1.5k. Ouch. That went so wrong for Bain. What he should have done is just be a bit more patient, send back his infantry. Yeah, you're gonna give up some map control now, it's fine. And he's built a light tank. Huh. Unexpected. Dog is now being sacked. Doggo dogs, oh no. No way. Is he gonna sniff out those 2 rockets randomly? Does he see them? Oh, no! No way! That is the most successful dog I've seen. Period. Send him back, this guy has deserved his promotion. Let him live in peace. No! Oh, okay. Goat finally remembering that his dog is still alive. He probably wasn't expecting that. By the way, the dog can leap over cliffs. Just a little... We don't see that in action now. Just a little PSA. His attack has a 1-cell range, and it thrusts the body of the dog at the target, so it can actually leap over cliffs. I used to design some really sadistic missions, some of those bunker missions with limited, where you have limited units, and one of the main puzzles, like it was basically puzzle missions. And one of the puzzles consisted in using enemy technicians to leapfrog over cliffs to get a dog into position. I really enjoyed doing those. I also really enjoy playing those myself and figuring out how they work. But at that point it's more of a puzzle game than it is actual OpenRA. So anyway, be that as it may, look at the discrepancy. It's only down to 1k now, but still. Goat has the float. Oh! Bain has more assets. Huh. Curious. Patches up that tank for like 2 health points. Alrighty. And where's the MCV from Goat? Wait, Goat is floating really hard. Huh. Weird. So his macro, this one time not quite on point. And down goes the MCV to the southern perimeter. Gonna claim an expansion. That is a really late expansion for Goat. Usually I see him way more aggressive, claiming his territory as soon as possible. He did not build an extra light vehicle either, so wondering what the delay was all about. Because the one APC doesn't take it that long. It's also a nice Soviets versus Allied matchup, so no mirrors this time around. Just so much cooler to see all those different unit interactions at work. And especially against allies tier 2, I just enjoy building yaks. Building a lot of yaks, sending them in one by one. Killing artilleries in a pass and then sending them into an enemy infantry blob. Getting the most value you can out of them. APC is discovering the army here. I still think the army is way better for Goat. So he does not want to take this engagement. Oh, I'm not sure about this, Bain. I'm very much unsure about this engagement. The heavy tank is getting out in front. Yeah, it's gonna soak up way more damage. Ooh, nasty. Still though? It's only rifles left. RIP. Problem was, Bain had retained most of his rocket soldiers, and Goat had nothing else but rifles. And the rifles made mincemeat out of that. Oh no. Tanks being lost here as well. Doesn't find an approach. So let's check the economy tab after that. Assets are fairly even, all things considered. 3 derricks for Goat. Did he? He actually, the madman, actually managed to capture this off the back of that. Oh, jeez. And that is the lifeline. That is the big expansion. Ooh. Yeah. Goat is in a great position. Bain has to send back his army. He's calling GG, probably a bit premature. This was not irrecoverable. If we check the earnings, he took quite a dip. But the army was still fairly even. If he gotten a good trade, he could have retained his harvesters. I wouldn't have called this game yet, but understandable from his position. Anyway, with that, we are going to go on into game 2 and see what that brings.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Yup, back to the Amazon warehouse. Have you mined enough lithium yet? Let's see. Let's find out. Goat this time spawning as Germany. I think he's just going random. Is this the final? Not yet, my friend. Prince P, damn. That's the alias of a pretty good, yeah, I would call him probably a student rapper. Or like this genre of rap and hip-hop that actually has some thought put into it rather than it just being gangster rap. So, or at least he used to be like that. Don't listen to the new stuff anymore, but used to be a really good musician for my taste. But anyway, I digress. I digest. Are we gonna see a War Factory rush here? Let's find out. Pillbox is already queued up for Goat. He is playing it very safe, but obviously can always cancel that. And it's gonna be double ref for both. Interesting. I would have expected at least one War Factory rush opener. This map just lends itself to that, and you don't gain all that much from map control in the early game. Sure, you can get into position, but that's just about the only thing you can do. So, yeah. Oil derricks being claimed. No one basically laying a claim on the enemy's oil derricks. There is one hopeful and wishful rifle infantry from Goat trying to get a snipe in, but that's usually highly unlikely. Okay, it's just positioning it here. Just playing it safe. Fair enough, I say. No chance of any Gren rushes either, because both are playing as Germany. This is East versus West. This is the good old reunification match here. And the price is a stack of golden bananas. That's not a Donkey Kong reference, by the way. That's for those who know, they know. It used to be a thing that in the East, because the East was kind of impoverished, because it was not as propped up as the Western part. The Western part being supported really well by by the Western Allied and NATO forces and basically given a golden ticket. Whereas the East was kind of left to fend for itself, so they didn't have much in terms of economy, and they also didn't have exotic fruits, so it was like a big thing to have bananas in the East. I think after the reunification happened, it was one of the first things that everyone in the East got like got a bushel of bananas, as far as I remember. Well, it kind of became a running joke anyway. So yeah, double refinery still going strong, and that's 2 ore trucks for both. Yeah, similar timings. No crazy early game in this. You don't ever expect that. Lots of medics. I dig. I like that there is lots of medics here. Ooh, this blob has not been scouted. Wait, he's sending a medic as scout? Are you for real? That's like the least suited unit for scouting. That's hilarious. Okay, the ranger takes a bruising. And that is probably gonna allow Bain to take out the oil derrick now, yeah. Easy wipes, easy snipes. Snipes by Dre. Kappa Pride. Is he actually capturing? Yeah. Cool. That's a good call. The Ranger is back for repairs. The light tank has not arrived just yet. So, yeah. There is some counter-aggression from Goat onto this derrick. Fine. He gets to kill the derrick, but even better, more impactful. Bain has gotten the cash rebate on this derrick. That's pretty good for him. And 5 harvesters for both. Is there... No! There is a 6th harvester. No, just kidding. Just kidding, he built an extra light tank. So this light tank army, not that scary, but still allowed to exert some pressure. Both flares actually putting in 3 medics. By the way, someone has asked about the model of the medic and whether or not it has a white cross or red cross on the white briefcase. So that is only visible when they are standing still, because look, those models have really low poly, I was about to say, just low pixel animations. And you can see it now that they're walking sideways, now that they're facing east, but if they're facing diagonally, the sprite is drawn in such a way that it doesn't show the red cross, and it's not a cross, it's a stripe. So for the one viewer who was wondering, it's always been like this in the original as well. They just took these sprites from the original, no changes here. But if now, even if they're standing, there's only one specific animation where it's visible. And as soon as they're facing either fully east or fully west, you can see the stripe. But if they're facing diagonally, you can't see it. And if they're idling, there's only a specific frame of animation where you can see it. And it was like this in the original, but you obviously can see it on the camo. Okay, those 2 light vehicles just trying to do something. Trying to be a bit annoying. Come on, Bain. You're better than this. You're not gonna get flustered by these forces. Just send 1 medium. Send a single medium. Yeah, thank you. Don't even send the rockets. They're just gonna get sniped by the Ranger. Okay, that was that. But in comes a massive push onto the expansions. He's gonna get scouted, but the MCV's in peril! Uh-oh, he should hide it. Hide that thing in a corner. Really, seriously. You're not gonna like what's happening if the MCV is discovered. This should be easily defensible now. Actually, Oh, on this side there is basically nothing to hold back the forces. Yikes. Is Bain playing himself here again? Is he playing himself? He needs to send back the harvesters. He needs to send back the MCV. I know it is a stressful time. Oof. Okay, needs to send back those harvesters to the front lines. 1 harvester has been killed. Not the end of the world just yet. It's still looking okay-ish for him. I say okay-ish with an asterisk. He needs to basically send the harvesters back to work immediately. Oh no! Lost another harvester here, so it's 2 harvesters down. Wait, how many harvesters is he on? 3? Oh, 5. There were some that I just didn't find. Okay, fair enough. What is this harvester doing? Oh no, it's going. What? Goat didn't accept that offer. All right. Oh man, Bain has got the bigger army by far, but he's letting himself get outplayed so hard. He's committing the same mistake that I used to commit so many times when I was playing RHL. Oh, it's painful. It is painful. He is overreacting with the entire army. He's calling GG again. He's got the bigger army by... Bain? You had a definite shot at winning this game. I'm not gonna lie, that was just premature. That was absolutely not necessary. So yeah, that puts Goat at a 2-0 against Bain as well, but that is a 2-0 that came a bit too easy. Bain offering some fierce resistance, but ultimately just pulling the plug too early. I don't know, he would have definitely had a shot. And his economy was okay-ish. Yeah, it was tanking a little bit, but so was Goat's, and Goat wasn't floating exactly either. 6k income discrepancy. This was recoverable. Yeah. Okay, just like that. This was a bit of a short one, but we're gonna be back with more RHL. There is much more to cover, and then after that, we are gonna go into the playoffs and from group stage to playoffs, and the playoffs are gonna be hotly contested best of fives. I'm very much looking forward to those. So, thank you for watching this time around, and I'll see you next time with more content on the way. Kids are out of the house for now, so it's go time for OpenRA casting. I'm gonna produce a massive backlog. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.